It still haunts me, the way that night unfolded, as if some invisible force had decided I wasn't supposed to make it home alive. It started with the engine shutting down on its own. To this day, I swear I never touched the key. Why the hell would I kill my own engine in the middle of an empty fog-covered road? My hands, which never tremble even when I pour drinks all night at the bar, were shaking uncontrollably as I twisted the ignition again and again, but the car remained lifeless. That sickly yellow light outside grew brighter and brighter, pulsing like it was alive, like it was feeding on me. My phone, which I had checked only minutes earlier and had plenty of charge, went completely black the second I tried to record it. The light flared to a blinding intensity, so powerful that I had to shield my face as though a star had exploded just feet away. And then, as suddenly as it came, it vanished. The fog still choked the road, but the glow was gone, like it had never been there at all. Shaking, I turned the ignition one last time, and the engine roared back to life as if nothing had happened. I drove with my eyes locked on the road, terrified that even blinking might summon that light again. That was only the beginning. Years later, I found myself behind the wheel of my rig, running one of those long desert highways in the dead of night. It was a route I'd driven countless times before, empty stretches of asphalt under an ocean of stars, the kind of silence that makes you feel like the last person on Earth. But then I noticed it, an SUV trailing me in the mirrors. It never got too close, never fell too far back, just kept perfect pace, like a predator keeping its distance until the time was right. For nearly 40 miles it shadowed me. When I finally pulled into a rest stop, a dirt lot with a single dying bulb above some vending machines, the SUV rolled in too, parking at the far corner. My frustration boiled over. I stomped out of my cab, ready to confront whoever the hell thought it was fun to stalk a trucker. But before I could reach them, the engine roared and they peeled out, tires spitting gravel as they vanished into the night. Relieved but exhausted, I decided to rest. I checked my locks, reclined my seat, cracked the window, and let my eyes close. But a trucker's sleep is never deep, and I woke to the faint crunch of footsteps. Two figures crouched by my trailer, a flashlight flickering between them as they studied the locks. One pulled out bolt cutters. My pulse hammered as I slammed my palm on the horn. The air horn ripped through the desert silence, and the men bolted, vanishing into the brush. Within seconds, headlights appeared, the same SUV lights off, roaring by before disappearing again. When the police arrived later, they found pry marks on the latch. Cargo thieves, they said. A common tactic, trail the truck until the driver stops, then strike. But I couldn't shake the feeling that SUV wasn't just after my load. It felt organized, like they were waiting for something far darker. And still, the road had more in store for me. There's a kind of freedom in driving alone at night. Windows down, summer air rushing in, the sound of tires gripping the road beneath you. That night, my dad's BMW hummed like a predator on the hunt, eating up every bend of the back roads I'd impulsively taken off the highway. I shouldn't have, but something pulled me there, like an itch I had to scratch. The streets were deserted, just me and the car, until my headlights caught it. A shopping cart, dead center in the road, at midnight. I braked hard, heart hammering, and stepped out against my better judgment. The cart was empty, sitting perfectly in the lane like it had been placed there. That's when they came. Two figures burst from the fields, sprinting toward me with terrifying speed. I barely made it into the car as one, slammed into the passenger door with bone-crushing force. I froze, staring into his bloodshot eyes, his face smeared with blood and dirt, clothes torn, hair matted. He clawed at the handle, fumbling to get inside. Something about him felt wrong, not just dangerous, but inhuman. I snapped back, floored the accelerator, weaving past the cart. The figure didn't flinch, didn't even cry out from the impact. Blood streaked across the mirror, smeared along the handle, spattered far more than should have come from a single man. The dent was small, but the stains, they were impossible. My father exploded when he saw it the next morning, furious over the blood and damage to his car. He thought I'd hit a deer, but when I told him what happened, his anger shifted into something worse, uneasy silence. I called the police. They promised to check, but I never heard back. Maybe I didn't want to. And yet, lying awake at night, I keep coming back to the same thought. The dead engine. The blinding light. The SUV that trailed me for miles.